Connecticut's NBC station, WVIT 30.
Good evening. The Reagan administration has started firing striking air traffic controller.
You're watching WVIT, Connecticut's NBC station, New Britain, Hartford, Waterbury, New Haven. 30 News, an hour's news in half the time. With Joanne Nesty. Sports Director Mike Crispino. And meteorologist Brad Field with his exclusive forecast. Now live, 30 News.
Good evening. Fresh from a victory over pornography in one Connecticut town.
You're watching WVIT. It's 29 degrees.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ross Joel and Bob.
WVIT Connecticut News Tonight at 11 starts now.
NBC News Sunrise starts right now.
This is Connecticut News Tonight.
Devastation and at least one fatality attributed to storms that swept throughout Connecticut today, spawning tornadoes, hail, and torrential rains. Good evening, I'm Anthony Everett, live in Waterbury, one of the areas hardest hit by a vicious storm that swept throughout Connecticut today.
Now, live from WVIT Channel 30. Ann Baldwin. Ross Joel. Tony Terzi on sports. And meteorologist Scott Dorval. With Connecticut News at 6.
Good evening, everyone. Our lead story tonight.
Now from WVIT Channel 30, this is Connecticut News.
Good evening. I'm Joanne Nesty.
And I'm Van Hackett. Ahead on Connecticut News.
From WVIT Channel 30, this is Connecticut News at 11 with Joanne Nesty, Van Hackett, Brad Field with the weather, and Beasley Reese on sports.
Good evening. This is Connecticut News 11 at 11.
Just ahead, the incredible story of how a 10-year-old boy came to his mother's rescue and delivered her baby.
Find out why there were winners after all in last night's big lottery drawing.
And we will show you how Connecticut is helping the hurricane victims celebrate Thanksgiving. But first, our top story is...
Connecticut News 30, voted best newscast by the Associated Press. Now, live from WVIT Channel 30, this is Connecticut News at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ann Baldwin, and this is Connecticut News 11 at 11.
On Connecticut News 30, straight ahead.
Did a man of God turn greedy, stealing a woman's life savings?
Tonight, this story.
How safe is the water we drink? You may be shocked at the answer.
Plus,
Exclusive live coverage from the Cheers party in Boston.
now, Connecticut News 30, 11 at 11.
It's the end of a television era, and you're watching it live. These are exclusive live pictures from outside the Bull and Finch. That's Jay Leno talking to the crowd.
Now, Connecticut News 30 at 6. Now, Connecticut News 30 at 6.
She was a wonderful girl, very, very sweet, very innocent.
Shock and horror after a young woman is brutally murdered by a man she thought she knew.
Now, Connecticut News 30, 11 at 11. This is a Connecticut News 30 Olympic update.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're enjoying tonight's coverage of the Summer Olympics in Atlanta.
Live from NBC 30, your source for live, local, late-breaking news. This is Connecticut News Today at 9 a.m. Live from NBC 30, your source for live, local, late-breaking news. This is Connecticut News at 11.
Live from NBC 30, your source for live, local, late-breaking news. This is Connecticut News at 11:30.
Live from NBC 30. Connecticut's live, local, late-breaking news leader. This is NBC 30 Connecticut News Today at 5 a.m. Live from NBC 30, Connecticut's live, local, late-breaking news leader. This is NBC 30 Connecticut News at 5:30. Leader. This is NBC 30 Connecticut News at 5:30. Live from NBC 30 Connecticut's live, local, late-breaking news leader. This is NBC 30 Connecticut News at 6.
A Connecticut high school teacher faces charges.
Live from NBC 30, Connecticut's live, local, late-breaking news leader. This is NBC 30 Connecticut News at 11. Live from NBC 30, Connecticut's live, local, late-breaking news leader. This is NBC 30 Connecticut News at 11.
The plows are back in business tonight, cleaning.
Live from NBC 30, Connecticut's live, local, late-breaking news leader. This is NBC 30 Connecticut News at 11. This is NBC 30 Connecticut News, live, local, late-breaking, covering Hartford, New Haven, New London, and your hometown.
Connecticut Newsmakers starts now.
In December 1998,
This is an NBC 30 special presentation. Jim Calhoun, Beyond the Bench.
Hello, my name is Kevin Nathan, and welcome to this special presentation on UConn basketball coach Jim Calhoun.
Live from Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC 30 Connecticut News at 6.
3 people shot in a Winterlocks nail salon tonight.
Live from Connecticut News leader, this is NBC 30 Connecticut News at 11. Live from Connecticut News leader, this is NBC 30 Connecticut News at 11.
Take a live look right now at conditions in Waterbury. Good evening, everybody. I'm Keisha Grant. Blizzard-like conditions blanketing the state. Good evening, everybody.
You're watching NBC 30 Connecticut News leader. You're watching NBC 30 Connecticut News, always live, local, late-breaking. This is an NBC 30 Connecticut News special presentation, the Rowland Resignation.
And now your host.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joanne Nesty.
And I'm Terry Brooks, live outside the governor's residence where history is about to be made. The governor will announce his resignation in just a couple of moments.
This is an NBC 30 News Today live update from Connecticut's news leader. This is NBC 30 News Today at 6 a.m.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Yvonne Nava.
And I'm Brad Drazen. We're also streaming live online at NBC30.com.
Leader, this is NBC 30 News at 5:30.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jerry Brooks.
I'm Lisa Carberg. We're also live online at NBC30.com.
Live from Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC 30 News at 6.
A deadly accident. A pickup truck plows into a worker in Simsbury.
Now at 11.
Just what happened? Unsealed search warrant shed new light on the deadly New Britain home invasion.
Looking for proof all 416 children taken in that polygamy raid now must give more than their testimony.
Pirouettes for the Pope. Local dancers are about to give a once-in-a-lifetime performance.
But first tonight, an alert to parents after an attempted abduction in Bristol.
Welcome to Connecticut Newsmakers with Tom Monahan. Your weekly look at the people, issues, and events shaping our state. Starts now on NBC 30 News, Connecticut's news leader.
Hi, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us on today's edition of Connecticut Newsmakers.
First,
From Connecticut's news leader, NBC 30 Today at 9 a.m. starts now.
Wow, talk about foliage. That is beautiful. Another beautiful morning, October 12th, 2008. Here's a live look across Waterbury this morning.
From Connecticut's news leader, NBC 30 today at 11 a.m. starts now.
From Connecticut's news leader, NBC 30 News at 4 starts now. From Connecticut's news leader, NBC 30 News at 4:30 starts now.
From Connecticut's news leader, NBC 30 News at 5 starts now.
From Connecticut's news leader, NBC 30 News at 5:30 starts now. Good evening, everyone. From Connecticut's leader, NBC 30 News at 6 starts now. From Connecticut's news leader, NBC 30 News at 7 starts now. From Connecticut's news leader, NBC 30 at 9 starts now. Good evening, everyone. This is NBC. From Connecticut's news leader, NBC 30 News, 11 at 11 begins now. Good evening.
You're watching NBC 30, Connecticut's news leader.
Student ingenuity was on full display today at the 15th annual New Haven Science Fair.
From Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC Connecticut today at 11, Connecticut's only local news in high definition.
From Connecticut's news leader, this is the NBC Connecticut News at Noon, Connecticut's only local news in high definition.
Enforcement of the laws. Two New Haven firefighters opposed to Sonia Sotomayor's nomination to the U.S. Supreme Court testify in Washington.
Police are searching for thieves who have hit several Naugatuck homes in the last month.
And hundreds took their message to the state capitol today. Restore the cuts that have taken away their health insurance.
From Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC Connecticut News at 5, Connecticut's only local news in high definition. From Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC Connecticut News at 5, Connecticut's only local news in high definition.
The New Haven firefighters who gained the national spotlight.
Now,
from Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC Connecticut News at 5:30.
Hi, everybody. It wasn't a hurricane, but it sure felt like one.
From Connecticut's news leader, this is NBC Connecticut News at 11, Connecticut's only local news in high definition. From Connecticut's news leader, NBC Connecticut News starts now.
Winter weather is coming to Connecticut, and now the rush is on to stock up for the storm.
Live from the NBC Connecticut Media Center, this is NBC Connecticut News. Live from the NBC Connecticut Media Center, this is NBC Connecticut News.
Picture from Waterbury. See you on the other side.
News starts now.
It is
An historic October snowstorm. NBC Connecticut News starts now.
This freakish, rare October storm, historic storm, pushes through the
visit
state.
NBCConnecticut.com.
In fact, it's even picking up in intensity. You're taking a live look right now from Hartford. Hi, everybody. I'm Jerry Brooks. We could state the obvious about the snowstorm, but there is absolutely nothing obvious about it.
You're watching NBC Connecticut.
A movie critic who's never actually seen a movie.
Connecticut Newsmakers starts now on NBC Connecticut HD, Connecticut's news leader.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tom Monahan, and thanks so much for joining us on today's edition of Connecticut Newsmakers.
This is NBC Connecticut today at 6.
Good morning, everybody. Good to have you with us. It is Thursday. I'm Carrie Lee Malin.
And I'm Todd Pyro in for Brian Drazen. Here's what's making headlines.
This is NBC Connecticut today at 10.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Aliana Gomez.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
All right, if you look.
Video ahead. And bear sighting. Lots of these animals have been spotted across Connecticut. We take a look at some of your best photos and videos right now. This is NBC Connecticut out your first alert forecast live from New Haven. A teacher being hailed as a hero after her actions during a frightening school threat. More of this amazing video ahead. And bear sighting. Lots of these animals have been spotted across Connecticut. We take a look at some of your best photos and videos right now. This is NBC Connecticut News at 5.
Our top story tonight, the passing.
Depends on who you ask. Red light cameras, an emotional appeal for cameras to catch dangerous drivers.
This was a close call.
Super Bowl bound. Owl Pride at SCSU as a former coach leads the Giants offense to the Super Bowl. NBC Connecticut News at 6 starts now.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
Some of us saw wet snow this afternoon. Right now, the northwest corner is under a winter weather advisory and a little bit of Hartford County, too. Hi, everybody. I'm Jerry Brooks.
I'm Lisa Carberg. We're in for a variety of weather tonight. Take a live look at Bradley International.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jeff Stecker. UConn men's basketball coach Jim Calhoun is preparing for surgery tonight.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
We begin with first alert weather. Be prepared for rain and thunderstorms.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
The future of the Hartford Baseball Stadium could be decided tonight.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11. Right now on NBC Connecticut.
A dog beaten so badly she couldn't even stand, who police say did it, and how the community is coming together to help her recovery.
Counting his blessings.
I said, it's April 1st, maybe. Are you telling me a joke? And he said, no, a car back into your room.
A condo owner came home to find this. A car in his bedroom. How police say it happened. It'll be a chilly night, but a warm-up is on the way. Find out when. Your first alert forecast.
And plans are in the works for a movie about the Boston Marathon bombing. But is it too soon? We have reaction right now.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
Tonight, police are looking for the person who did it.
This is an NBC Connecticut Today live update.
Good morning, I'm Heidi Boyd. Time now is 8. NBC Connecticut News at 5 starts right now.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 5.
And right now on NBC Connecticut Today at 5 a.m., breaking news in Bristol. Police continue to work the scene at a housing complex near Davison Drive and Jerome Avenue.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
Good morning again, everybody. Look at
This is NBC Connecticut News at 4.
The first Arctic.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 5.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Carrie Nayland.
And I'm Brad Drazen. We are
The first Arctic blast of the season.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
Winter coats, gloves, and hats. You needed it if you stepped outside today. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday night. I'm Dan Corcoran.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
Just when we thought we would get a break from the heat, we get hit with another 90-degree day.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
And tonight we are tracking.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
30.
And we begin with that all-important moving homicide investigation.
NBC Connecticut News starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tara Joyce.
And I'm Kevin Nathan.
NBC Connecticut News starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Carrie Nayland.
and I'm Brad Drazen.
NBC Connecticut News starts now.
And it begins with breaking news.
This is an NBC Connecticut First Alert Severe Weather Update.
Good afternoon. I'm Caitlin McGrath with your first alert forecast. NBC Connecticut at 6 starts right now. And now at 6, we're getting a break from that heavy rain, but not the humidity. So don't ditch the umbrella just yet. Details on our first alert for some more stormy weather headed our way.
Plus, transportation troubles. Parents in New Britain left scrambling after their children don't come home. What's happened and why it's leaving many with an uneasy feeling. And construction catastrophe. A homeowner trying to protect his house from storms ends up with a pile of rubble. Why demolition was the only option. A very good morning to you. I'm Shannon Miller. And I'm Kate Rayner. We begin with a changing forecast.
Right now at 6, businesses have hours before
Orderly governor, you are under murder.
The governor's orders.
And Harper's stepping up the efforts to make sure every student can still get a meal during this outbreak. And what else the district is handing out now so kids can carry on as close to normal as possible.
Good morning, I'm Ted Cobb.
And I'm Heidi Boyd. Thanks for waking up with us on a Monday morning. It's March 23rd.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 4:30.
Crossing your fingers, hope for the best. That's all you can do at that point.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 5.
Right now at 5, the stage is set for history to be made.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
We begin to appears to have hit a fence.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 6.
And I'm not worried about us overreacting. I'm proud of us being prepared.
Now at 7. Wondering if storms tonight and tomorrow might knock out your power? So are we. But our meteorologists are digging into some new data showing where those outages are most likely to happen. If you're still a bit traumatized from what Isaias did to Connecticut last year, we get it. We'll take an in-depth look at Tropical Storm Elsa's track and what makes this incoming round of weather different. And they say what you put on social media stays there forever. That includes what some of you said about the yard goats as the team's brand was being unveiled 6 years ago.
The Hartford Yard Goats!
Ridiculous, embarrassing, terrible were among the reviews. So what else did you say about the goats back then? It's time for NBC Connecticut News at 7.
And it starts now.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching tonight. I'm Dan Corcoran.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
Right now at 11, a statue debate in Waterbury. Why some want the Christopher Columbus statue to...
NBC Connecticut News at 11 starts now with breaking news.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Heideck. Keisha is off tonight, so is it going to dry out in time for the holiday weekend?
This is NBC Connecticut News.
A volunteer swim coach in Plainville is under arrest tonight, accused of secretly recording children.
NBC Connecticut News starts now.
And we begin with the first alert for strong winds.
NBC Connecticut News starts now.
And we begin with a first alert.
NBC Connecticut News starts now.
Breaking right now, superstar gymnast Simone Biles has dropped out of 2 more events. Good evening, I'm Keisha Grant.
And I'm Mike Heideck.
This is an NBC Connecticut News Update.
Good morning, it is 7:26. I'm Heidi Boyd.
Right now at 6, getting ready for a 3rd dose of the COVID-19 vaccine when people in our state could begin getting those booster shots.
And getting ready for vaccine mandates, what some communities are doing to make it an easier transition, and what people choosing to test weekly instead of getting the shot need to keep in mind.
And a live look from our camera at Dunkin' Donuts Park. Not an especially pretty picture out there, but could be worse. Anyway, sounds like it's going to be a nice weekend. Meteorologist Bob Maxson has details on that in the first alert forecast. Good Friday morning. I'm Ted Cobb.
And I'm Heidi Boyd. Happy to be with you on this Friday morning.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 4:30.
Right now on NBC Connecticut Today at 4:30.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 5.
Right now at 5 on NBC Connecticut Today, the FDA gives the green light for Pfizer's booster shot.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 5:30.
Right now at 5:30.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 6.
Right now on NBC Connecticut.
Whoa. We are stuck in traffic. May I have your attention, please? We will be stuck in traffic for like a few minutes. You are under murder.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 6.
Right now on NBC Connecticut today at 6, a bus driver shortage throughout Connecticut.
You are under
soon
murder with the
becoming
bus driver
worse
shortage.
with a new mandate going.
Whoa, where's everyone going? We have a lot of work to do. I need all of this done by the end of the day.
Into effect how bus companies are working to get your kids to school. And here's a live look outside. It's going to be a beautiful fall day. We'll have your first look forecast coming up.
This is NBC Connecticut today at 6:30.
Right now at 6:30,
where's everyone going? We have a lot of work to do. I need this done by the end of the day.
Bus driver shortage, and this week it could get even worse. We'll explain why. And here's a live look outside. A little cooler start to your day today, but it's expected to be a nice one.
This is NBC Connecticut today at 7.
Right now at NBC
where's everyone going? We have a lot of work to do. I
I
need this done by the end of the day. You are under murder with the bus driver shortage. You are under arrest. You're up.
Worse with a new mandate going into effect. How bus companies.
This is NBC Connecticut today at 7:30.
Right now
where's everyone going? We have a lot of work to do. I need this done by the end of the day.
A bus driver shortage, and this week it could get even worse.
You are under murder. You are under arrest, Mr. School Bus. You're up.
This is NBC Connecticut today at 8.
Right now at 8, COVID-19.
This is NBC Connecticut today at 8:30.
Right now at 8:30, wonderful weather to kick off the weekend. Perfect for picking apples or taking one last trip to the beach. Darren's tracking how long it lasts.
40s.
This is NBC Connecticut today at 9.
Where's everyone going? We have a lot of work to do. I need this done by the end of the day. May I have your attention, please? We have trouble with the school bus. You are under murder. You're up.
This is NBC Connecticut today at 9:30.
Right now at 9:30, thousands of motorcycles, ATVs, and dirt bikes take to the streets of New Haven. A closer look at yesterday's East Coastin rally and why police say they had to step in. Plus, taking to the streets of East Hartford, the powerful message behind today's Run for the Brave and Finest 5K race, and that supports first responders. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us this Sunday.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
All right, check out the weather conditions. Next 11 a.m., the case of a woman accused of assaulting a Navy sailor at a pizza shop in court this morning. We're live with new information. And a live look in New Haven right now. Your first weather team tracking some showers today. Your forecast next at 11.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
Right now at 11, the woman accused of...
You're watching NBC Connecticut, formerly known as NBC CT, and Connecticut Live is coming up next, powered by Xfinity.
This is CT Live. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to CT Live. I'm Taylor Kinsler. Coming up, West Hartford is home to many things, including a school that's training the next that people are burnt out. Employee frustration is at an all...
As we start today, we have to avoid memories here at school.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 4.
Right now at 4, tracking storms. We've had a nice stretch without heavy rain, but that...
Morning.
This is NBC Connecticut News.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us here at 4:30. I'm Kevin Nate.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 5.
Right now at 5, investigators are back at this assisted living facility one day after 2 workers overdosed. What happens next?
Plus, family and friends remember a New Haven officer killed.
This is NBC Connecticut News.
Our coverage continues now with that breaking news that we told the company directly and confirm whether they truly do want something from you. For NBC News.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 5:30.
Now at 5:30, Connecticut's bus driver
where's everyone going? We have a lot of work to do. I need this done by the end of the day. You are under murder. You are up.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 5:30.
Breaking now at 5:30, a CDC panel approves booster shots for people.
We're following two big stories for you. A CDC panel approves Pfizer booster shots for older Americans. And tonight, we're hearing what the governor has to say about getting those shots into arms.
But first, we have a flash flood watch for our state. We have the timing of the storms in your first alert forecast. Thanks for joining us for the news at 6 tonight, everybody. I'm Mike Heideck.
And I'm Keisha Grant. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ryan Hanrahan.
Now at 7, the decision on whether many will be rolling up their sleeves in the hands of the CDC.
I'm approaching this decision with an interest in doing what's right for the public health.
I need to get a vaccine.
We got new information on booster shots and how Connecticut is getting ready for the green light. Plus, it was money that helped pay the bills during the pandemic.
I was upset. I was borrowing money from friends. Thank God I had some friends.
Now the state wants it back. Why they're asking some people who got an unemployment check to return it. And power to the pedestrians.
We want drivers to realize that the road is for all other people.
We're taking a closer look at the new crosswalk safety law taking effect next week. It's time for NBC Connecticut News at 7.
And it starts now.
Thanks so much for joining us for the news at 7. I'm Jane Caffrey in for Dan.
Some rain moving through tonight. Find out how long it lasts in my first alert forecast next.
This is NBC Connecticut News at 11.
Just want to feel safe in my own yard.
Right now at 11, searching for a solution to tackle crime. How people are showing up trying to make their community.
It's time to face the facts with NBC Connecticut, connecting you to the issues that really matter, setting the record straight on our state's politics, asking newsmakers the tough questions, getting beyond the talking points. Fact.
With another live local update.
Let's go back to New York for another group.
It's time to face the facts with NBC Connecticut, connecting you to the issues that really matter, setting the record straight on our state's politics, asking newsmakers the tough questions, getting beyond the talking points, fact-checking, and in-depth analysis. This is Face the Facts with NBC Connecticut.
And it starts right now.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us on Face the Facts with NBC Connecticut. I'm Mike.
You're watching the best. NBC Connecticut, connecting you